College.
You know, everybody thinks a car guy, the most important thing is selling the car, but we don't work like that. We all work on a salary, and we're actually more of consultants than we are salespeople. Everybody likes being treated the same as everybody else, and I think that if you come in here, you'll feel that right away. We're going to find out what's important to you in your next car, steer you in the right direction. It's pretty easy for me, just, again, helping my customers get what they want.
Maintain the love with complimentary maintenance when you purchase or lease a new Subaru. SubaruLasVegas.com.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has piqued Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, John has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by the Castro Verde Law Group. They treat you like family. By Finlay Toyota, where John Barr will do anything to sell you a car. And by Jarritos, it's super good. Underway from Cashman Field, presented by Finlay Toyota. Las Vegas Lights in white, San Antonio FC in black. Las Vegas Lights trying to make it 2 wins in as many home games. And early touches for Cal Jennings, one of 8 loanees from Los Angeles Football Club, on loan tonight as Vegas tries to make good on a Friday night after a home opening win on Saturday. Andrew Driver.
Yeah, and good initial start there from Las Vegas. Direct with the ball over to Jennings, who in the first half, in the previous game, had a lot of joy in that area. That's another area they'll want to target tonight. And Cal Jennings is, again, we'll be looking to see him make the spark.
Good push forward from the right back. Julian Gaines, 18-year-old who grew up in Austin, played for Lone Star Soccer Club, so familiar with some of the academy boys up for San Antonio FC, I'm sure. Austin and San Antonio about 45 minutes apart. There's Jennings. Good battle. He wins the ball back on the edge of the box. Cal Jennings, good composure. And finally cleared. San Antonio FC, last time out was last weekend. They got a late draw, 1-1 against Colorado Springs. Justin Dillon scored the tying goal in the 88th minute. He starts tonight for Alan Marcina, who's in his second year as head coach with San Antonio and his second stint for the Canadian manager.
You see early doors here, San Antonio, big team. They look like they may be difficult to break down. It may be more difficult for Las Vegas tonight to find area that they did in the previous game against Tacoma. So they're going to have to be sharp, and they're going to have to move the ball very quickly.
All the way back to the goalkeeper. Tomas Romero had a clean sheet last time. Tonight's his 4th start. He's also on loan for Los Angeles Football Club. Romero played at Georgetown, had the decisive penalty save to help Georgetown win its first national title in 2019. Good work up this left side from Las Vegas Lights. It's Duke in the box. Another chance here. No runners, though. It's got to the end line and finally cleared. Tonight's odds are brought to you by the Westgate Superbook, the largest sports book in the country. Vegas plus 315, San Antonio minus 135.
Sorry, I was just about to say you need your strike. You need Torres really on that 6-yard box there with the pullback. It was good play, as I said. They need to be sharp, get into those areas. They did real well down the left-hand side. Decent ball into the box, and you need Torres there.
There's Matt Cardone. He's the goalkeeper. He's from San Antonio, went to Trinity University. His 84th appearance, second most all-time to Greg Cochran. Holds the club record, 248 career saves. He's been ever present the last few years for San Antonio FC. Comfy seats on that far side here at Cashman. Over 7,000 in attendance last weekend on opening night. Should be another good crowd here tonight after Vegas beat Tacoma 2-0. Cal Jennings and Bryce Duke, the goal scorers. They're back in the starting lineup tonight. A 4-3-3 formation for Vegas at 3-4-3 for San Antonio FC. And a throw-in for San Antonio near the corner.
In terms of the formations, it looks a little bit like Duke is going to play a little bit further forward, which I would like to see. It gives him a little bit less of the responsibilities of defending, and he's the person you want to be roaming around, getting on the ball and making things happen.
Goal kick to Vegas. Our keys to the game presented by Finlay Chevy, home of Wahoo. And your keys to the game, Andrew.
Yeah, Las Vegas needs to be careful with San Antonio. They're fast in transition, so they need to be careful when San Antonio get the ball and break. And then obviously that's what San Antonio will be looking for. They'll want to sit in. They have pace. We've mentioned Epps in the build-up to the game. He's the man that in transition has the pace to cause the problems.
It's a new partnership at the back. Mamadou Fall signed by LAFC last Friday. He starts tonight. It's his first professional appearance. He's 18 years of age. He's from Senegal. Was a former teammate at the Montverie Academy in Orlando. Traore, also a starter, signed with LAFC last year. So former teammates reunited. And Fall partners Tony Leon, the homegrown player for LAFC, still 17. That's a youthful center-back partnership.
It's great to see, and what an adventure those guys must have been on. They must look at each other and imagine how it happened. Imagine when they were younger in Senegal, they didn't foresee this happening. So it's really good to see, and it shows you the opportunities that soccer can bring people.
Good size there for Fall, 6'2" for the 18-year-old. Played for the Senegalese U17 national team a couple of years ago. Goal kick to San Antonio FC. And we'll see the difference in styles, Andrew Driver, in our conversation with Steve Cherundolo, the head coach of Las Vegas. It's a tactical mindset. Players want to keep the ball. They'll play out of the back when they need to. It's a bit more direct from San Antonio FC under head coach Alan Marcina.
Yeah, I think that is the, well, you see that's a coach's nightmare. They're real. A short kick like that, I'm not sure what they were thinking, but yeah, they're different in styles. But I think the highlight of Vegas's game last week was when they did go direct, so they can mix it up. They have the ability to play short passes and break teams down, but when they were direct, particularly through Jennings, they created things early on. I'd be interested to see if they can mix it up like that again tonight.
A break here for San Antonio FC. Good numbers getting back. Crisostomo able to clear it. Here's Cal Jennings working back. And one of the keys for Alan Marcina is two-way players. Here's DeRoma. He was a star last week. Well-weighted pass into the path of Torres. Torres couldn't settle the first touch. It's over the end line for a goal kick. Frustration there for Torres, the 17-year-old homegrown player for LAFC. Yeah, just a missed touch there, missed control. Promising signs, though, real good break. Torres showed some good pace to get him behind. Just a bit of a miscontrol, but that's what you want to see, a good start. Get him on the ball and get a little bit of confidence. And Las Vegas need to punish them. With San Antonio playing the three central defenders, they need to... Las Vegas can capitalize in those attacking areas, and you see there just a bit of a miscontrol from Torres. Finlay Toyota replay. He picked his head up before he had the ball settled, and you see Fall in the air. He's excellent 2 times in the air already in his pro debut here tonight. Nice touch up this right side from Julian Gaines. It's a young team. Las Vegas Lights. Gaines is 18. Torres 17. Leon 17. Traore 18. Here comes Torres. Romero, I should say. But some continuity now for Steve Cherundolo. With this group, a lot of these players gaining familiarity week in, week out.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen by magic. You have to get used to each other. New manager, new team. Everyone has to get on the same page, and that takes time. There's no magic formula to get results very quickly. The performance last week showed a lot of positives, and it was a very exciting game, and I think the fans will have been happy with what they saw, and hopefully that they can gain from that confidence and go into this game and replicate it.
Hydration there for Cal Jennings. 93 degrees at kickoff in Las Vegas. Really shouldn't favor either team. San Antonio, obviously a very warm climate. Corner kick coming for San Antonio FC. But San Antonio has to deal without Santiago Patino, who scored 5 goals this season, suspended. He serves the first of 3 games tonight after violent conduct in the draw against Colorado Springs. So Coach Marcina told us it won't affect how we play, but it's a big piece missing for San Antonio. Corner kick, Cuello into the box. It's alive, and an opening goal for San Antonio. It's Joaquin Varela, the Argentine. Had a chance from about 8 yards away, and he delivers a lead for the visitors in the 9th minute.
Early on, I mentioned that San Antonio looks like a big team. They were going to be a threat from set pieces, but this one wasn't even. He didn't even need to use his height. No one defended it. No one took the initiative to clear the ball, and that man managed to volley home from close range.
First goal of the campaign for Joaquin Varela.
It's a great delivery from the left foot into a danger area. 2 defenders miss it, and Varela, obviously, just a simple finish. There's not really much the goalkeeper would do, but you really need one of your big defenders to go over and be dominant in the air. Both of the guys didn't do it, and as you see, that's the result.
Varela making his 4th start, his 5th appearance. Prior club, San Martin de Tucumán. But it's a big team, huge size in this team. Axel Schuberg stands 6'7". He's part of the back 3.
Yeah, even with the size, though, no one took the initiative from Las Vegas to win the ball, and that would infuriate you. If you went for a 50-50 and a big guy got above you and won and was more aggressive, then there's not really much you can do. But a lack of communication and no one taking the initiative will infuriate the manager.
Some pedigree there from Varela, played for Newell's Old Boys before San Martin de Tucumán, and now on loan to San Antonio FC. But a different posture now for Las Vegas, which never really were threatened too much by Tacoma last week and dominated the early stages before the opening goal.
Now it's about the character, isn't it? Can they come back into the game? Everything went their way against Tacoma. They played great. They dominated the game. Now you find yourself 1 behind at home. Can you change it? Can you come back? Do you have the character to do it?
Free kick for Las Vegas. That's Justin Dillon, the 26-year-old Cal Poly San Luis Obispo product, who was called for the foul. He scored his first goal. 88th minute, the equalizer against Colorado Springs. Prior experience with Seattle. A debut goal for Dillon and a start here today. Nice work up this right side for Gaines. He'll pull it back, stay patient. Julian Gaines. Crisostomo. Numbers forward for Vegas.
You see how many San Antonio bodies are back there, though. It's going to be very difficult to break this team down. The size of the central defense, it's not like you can get the ball wide and have success by crossing the ball. So Las Vegas is going to have to be neat. They're going to have to be tidy and try and do sharp passing to break this. It's like basically a wall of 5, isn't it, at the back?
Cross from the left from Mohamed Traoré off the mark. Last week, we were impressed with Alvaro Quezada, the left back. Push forward, was involved in the build-up of the opening goal from Cal Jennings. And Coach Tarendolo told us he can play anywhere on the fields. Last week, a left back. He starts up front as a winger in tonight's starting 11.
Yeah, he's obviously... he has the ability to play in many positions, and that shows a sign of a good quality in a player, and also mentally, because a lot of people want to stay in the same position. They like to get the habits and do something, but it's always a coach's dream to have that one man who you can trust to put in different positions.
Duke, good back tackling that time. Emil Cuello played at SMU, Buenos Aires, Argentina native. The modern game, right, Andrew, the number 10 tracking back and doing the dirty work.
You have to, and I know that's what San Antonio look for themselves. They really like two-way players. You have to work hard, you have to be fit, and it looks, particularly San Antonio, you have to be strong as well.
Good pressure that time from Alvaro Quezada. Clearance from Gleedle. Here's DeRoma. Duke. Quality here from Vegas. Deflected cross. Corner kick for Las Vegas here in the 14th minute.
Yeah, better, wasn't it? Much better. Time on the ball, good. Duke, you want this man Duke, that's a good tackle. There's the number 10 running back for San Antonio, and that shows you the strength they have.
Duke will take it. He scored his first goal at 20 years of age. From Arizona, played for the Barca Residency Academy. Here is the corner from Duke, low. Shot blocked. It was Quezada with the hit. Schubert got down to block it. Well-designed corner kick. It came off well.
I like it. We've mentioned how big the San Antonio team is. Something different, get the ball into a dangerous area, and Quezada should have hit it a little bit better, but I like the imagination from Las Vegas, thinking a little bit different.
There's Steve Cherundolo announced as the latest inductee to the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame. He won't be officially inducted till this fall. Congratulations to Cherundolo, and we spoke with him about the announcement on ESPN halftime of U.S. against Costa Rica. He was supposed to go on, as he was told, to analyze the game alongside Taylor Twellman and Tim Howard, and they surprised him by telling him he was the latest inductee. Then John Thornton gave him a scarf and the Hall of Fame medal, and his family came and had a FaceTime with his wife and family members from Germany. A great moment for Cherundolo on Wednesday night.
Yeah, great moment, wasn't it? Maybe easier now that he's in the States, isn't it, coaching? I don't know how they would have persuaded him if he was still in Germany, but yeah, it's a great career and achievement, and I'm sure he's looking forward to his coaching career now.
Quezada, top of the box, good dribbling. Quezada, well saved by Cardone. Individual effort from Alvaro Quezada.
As we mentioned, he's a defender, but he's also got the attacking ability. Great cut inside, good skill, and then it hits it really well. It's actually a very, very good save. The goalkeeper seemed fairly comfortable, but a really good hit from Quezada.
Corner kick coming, presented by Jarritos. It's Duke from the opposite corner. High lofted service, headed over the bar from Mohamed Traore. You love that effort there from Quezada. We talked about this last week, Andrew. 68th overall pick by LAFC in the 2021 draft by MLS. Signed by the first team LAFC April 24th, but 67 players were taken before Quezada, who had a great career at UC Irvine.
Yeah, and sometimes as a player who is adaptable and can play in different positions, here's the opportunity. Real good skill, faked the shot, kept the defender flat-footed, got round him. But sometimes when you play different positions, you get overlooked because no one really knows what is the number one position for him, and that's what the bad side of being a versatile player brings to you. But hopefully he can continue to improve, and he'll one day find that position that he shines in, and he can go on for a real good career.
Here's Frank DeRoma, very comfortable pushing forward. DeRoma wins it back, 1 versus 2. Kept in play, Quezada. Here's Duke. Crisostomo. DeRoma. Dispossessed, but won back by the Lions. 1-0 San Antonio FC. Here comes Leon out of the back. In front of Gaines. Cross from Gaines, it's headed clear. Leon pushing forward. Gaines earns a free kick. Dangerous spot for this free kick forthcoming for the Lights.
Fantastic ball in from Gaines. Whipped it in with a lot of pace. Very dangerous. With this big defense, you need to whip it in with that pace to try and get them on the back foot, and he did that. There was just no one attacking. But I like the patience of Las Vegas now, getting the ball. It's going to be hard to break San Antonio down, so you need to keep the possession. They keep doing that, they will find an opportunity at some point.
It's Duke again over this set piece. Marcina giving instructions, the head coach for San Antonio FC. Delivery to the back post. Headed clear. Good ball. It was diving right behind the 6-yard box from Duke.
Yeah, good defending though, wasn't it? Great ball into the danger area, but one of the big heads gets on it to get it away. But this is what Las Vegas needs to do. Keep San Antonio, play the possession game, play the areas, and continue to just put San Antonio under pressure and look for the mistakes.
Good challenge there from Duke against the much larger Liam Doyle. Doyle, 28, Ohio State, grew up in Isle of Man, halfway between England and Ireland. Any fast facts from you about Isle of Man?
Yeah, the Isle of Man TT, they have a street race with motorbikes.
There we go.
Which I wouldn't want to participate in.
I love challenging Andrew Driver, native of England, raised in Scotland, on his geography. Cross from the right, headed back towards the goalkeeper, and it's easily clean back there. Tomas Romero, the 20-year-old goalkeeper for Las Vegas Lights. Good turn there from Duke. Out for Jennings. Nice turn from Jennings. Jennings trying to get to that end line. Low cross, alive and finally clear. Jennings loves to get to that end line and then play the ball right near the penalty spot.
Yeah, he loves having the space to run into, doesn't he? You see there, he's turned his man, used his strength, but the pace and power he has to get into those danger areas, and it's a good ball in. It's just unfortunate that there wasn't a player in that area. You always, as a wide man, want to put it, just that little cutback, and it's dangerous.
Quezada's cross headed clear by Schuberg. Free kick coming here for San Antonio FC. Tonight's injury report is presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy. Son Trejo, Ejmadu out for Las Vegas. A few big ones missing for San Antonio FC. Jasser, Kamiri, Machu, Deplan among them. And of course the red card suspension to Santiago Patino, who serves his first of 3 for violent conduct last time out. But San Antonio has a goal off a set piece in the 9th minute from Joaquin Varela, the 24-year-old from Argentina. His first goal on loan for San Antonio.
Since the goal, I don't think they've had any of the possession, have they? It's all been Las Vegas. And that's what San Antonio wants to do, though. They're happy for Las Vegas to have the ball, and they will hit you on the counter-attack and take their opportunities.
And that's the part to the game I would love to see leave this beautiful game. Throw in for Vegas. He has it. He runs away with it, keeps it. It's the 21st minute. You could say good for his team tactically, but that's the kind of thing for the sport. Put the ball down, let the other team play.
Well, especially in the 21st minute, you have supporters here who want to watch a game. I can understand the last 5 minutes you want to waste time and you need the victory, but wasting time after 21 minutes, and it doesn't often end very well.
Nice build up on this left side. It was Mohamed Traore pushing forward. There's Traore, 18-year-old on loan from LAFC. He and Fall both moved to Orlando as teenagers from Senegal. Leon all the way back to Romero. But it's fun to watch. They have great agility and mobility in their position. Traore pushes forward well. Here's Duke, so quick on the turn. Duke for Quezada. And now Crisistoma. 2 years with Orange County before coming over to Vegas for this season. What do you think so far for the Lights trying to break down this well-positioned defense for San Antonio FC?
It's going to be difficult. Look how well-positioned the San Antonio are. There's not much space. There's no balls in behind. They're going to need to get the guys like Diaroma and Duke to be very creative to try and break them down through ingenuity instead of force.
Marcina given instructions. Flashing 2 fingers in the air. What do you suppose that might be directed toward?
Maybe to put an extra person further forward to try and release a little bit of pressure on the defenders. They've hardly had possession. The ball goes forward, it comes straight back from Las Vegas. He might want the number 10 to possibly go forward next to the big Molina, just try and keep a little bit more possession.
That was a break for Gallegos, who was well challenged there from Mohamed Traore. Spilled back to the goalkeeper Romero. Schuberg all the way back to Cardoni. One clean sheet this year. Been around San Antonio forever. Has played every minute this season. Quezada. Subtle push in the back, play on. Here's Quezada with Duke. No look pass from Duke. Jennings is in. Jennings just past the far corner. No look pass from Duke put in Jennings. It looked like it was touched, but it's called for a goal kick.
Definite corner for me. The goalkeeper did very, very well here. Jennings, great turn. Left the defender for dead, faked the shot, went past him, and the goalkeeper, what the goalkeeper did particularly well is he stood tall. Jennings would have liked the goalkeeper to commit so he could go past him. The goalkeeper held him up, and he tried to just roll it past him, but good save.
But that was quality on the pass from Duke. Watch this pass, Andrew.
Yeah, no look, round the corner. That's what Jennings does really well, and you can see that's a save. That's going in. It's a good save. Jennings does that particularly well. He can stop and start defender and leaves them for dead. But there's what you want with Duke. That's what they're going to need tonight. Duke to get on the ball and have something creative like that. He's faked to go out to the wide man and played a reverse pass into Jennings, who made a great run.
Second ball won by San Antonio FC. Top of the box, played back Cuello. Off comes Romero to claim. Romero is 20 years of age, from New Jersey, El Salvadoran ancestry, groomed in the Philadelphia Union Academy, USL experience, settling in. This Las Vegas team is 4th start tonight. There's the kiddie pools, Andrew. $50 for tickets in a kiddie pool right next to the field.
It's worth it if it keeps the kids entertained,
Yes.
isn't it? You get to relax, watch the football, the kids in front of you.
Layoff for DeRoma, kept it in play. Some great promotions, $5 kids tickets, $10 adult tickets.
It's fun atmosphere, isn't it? It was the other night on the Victory.
A break here, Gallegos. Gallegos on his left. Tough angle for Gallegos. Highly regarded player out of the San Antonio FC Pro Academy. A good break there.
Good pace, good skill. Just couldn't get his left foot around it to get the shot across the goal. But that's what San Antonio do. Not been really in the game for a while. A bit of a break. Direct players they have up front. Epps and Gallegos are very direct and almost creating another, did create another opportunity.
Gallegos only 18, had a 2-week stint with Bayern Munich on trial in March. Here's a look at the 18-year-old.
Yeah, good play down the line. The defender did particularly well, just held him up, let him go down the line. He just couldn't get his left foot around it. I think the defender was Leon.
Yeah, excellent from Leon. Stood him up, forced him wide. Here comes Gaines. Good work from Gaines. Took a challenge, edge of the box. Free kick coming for Las Vegas. Gaines is down. After the initial foul, Gaines collided with the San Antonio FC defender.
And he looks a little bit of pain, doesn't he? He's landed on his back. They can be really awkward. And so the defender himself also not looking great. I'm not sure, is it Giedel? Gleedle? It's what Las Vegas need, though. Real positive play from Gaines. It might be a night where they need to beat a man, like you saw with Jennings before when he created that chance. He beat a couple of guys. Gaines did similar there, inside positive. It's going to take that individual bit of quality to break them down. You're going to something magic to do it.
Initial challenge from Cuello. And the man down for San Antonio is Cam Lindley. Awkward challenge.
Yeah, it looked a sore one, didn't it? If his leg was caught underneath when Gaines fell, it's going to be a sore one. Yeah, he may have had his ankle stuck. That's sad to see, isn't it? Hopefully he'll be okay.
There's Steve Cherundolo. His first managerial job of a professional team, well-traveled, assistant, multiple places in Germany, including the German U15 national team, but this is his first head job of a professional team, and his first win last Saturday against Tacoma. 4 in the wall. Lindley was moving on the sideline. Former North Carolina Tar Heel who played for Indy 11 before San Antonio.
I think Duke's going to try and sell that he's crossing this ball, but if I was him, looks like a large gap towards the left of the goalkeeper, but he has to play the cross as the goalkeeper won't bite.
Duke! Saved by Cardoni.
It's what San Antonio looked for a lot of the time, that long ball, that time straight through to Romero, but they are very direct.
A break here for Jennings, cleared by Schubert. Took 2 clearances, but the Swede finally has it out to midfield. To Roma, Crisostomo, Traore, a lot of touches here in this first half. Quezada wins it back. Sweeping clearance. Lindley back on the field. Great to see for the Carmel, Indiana native. Cam Lindley back moving, winning the ball back for San Antonio.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a sore one. So to see him come back on, that's good to see. We don't want anyone getting hurt, especially in a situation like that. A kick, sometimes it happens, but when you land awkward, it can be pretty serious.
John Barr, Findlay Toyota, has started his career there in 1998. Really interesting, Andrew. A Renaissance man, former rock musician and a youth soccer player.
And a fellow Englishman. And it's good to see someone living the American dream. And someone in the community supporting the lights. That's, if you can get more, well, you can get people like him supporting the lights, it'll really bring everyone and sheds a light on soccer in Las Vegas.
Super-sized showroom TV, all the big international soccer games. If you're ever in the neighborhood and a game's happening, pop in there. He loves watching with supporters, talking about the beautiful game. And his face is on the inside of lights jerseys. Top of the box here for San Antonio. Sliding challenge, Crisostomo. You see his experience there.
Yeah, and that's what he's there for, isn't it? Any danger like that, your defensive midfielder, you want him to be cleaning up. It's like the old Makaleli role, isn't it? They don't do much going forward, but they're doing the dirty work that you don't recognize.
Flag is up on Dillon. Last thought here for now on John Barr. Well known for his commercials in Las Vegas, he's dressed up as a Thanksgiving turkey and the Queen of England.
There's nothing he won't do to sell a car, is there? So it's good to see. Brings a little bit of fun to the commercials in Las Vegas.
I'll do anything to sell you a car. You need showmanship. In Las Vegas, John Barr not lacking that. Traore inside. Jennings with space. It's Jennings. Deflected shot. It's over the bar. Cal Jennings, a good look. Liam Doyle with the block on the edge of the box.
Jennings again. Against Tacoma, he was the spark in the first half, wasn't it? Again, tonight, he's the man who looks most likely to make something happen for Vegas. Good turn again, beating the man. A good strike this time, good defending, but that's one where the deflection could have gone anywhere. This time, unfortunately for Vegas, didn't go on target.
Short corner from Duke. Back from DeRoma. Nice touch, Quezada tricky, and finally cleared. San Antonio will try to break. 4 versus 2 on the counter. They have numbers here, 2 versus 2, played across. Dillon with the chance, pushed wide. Hustling back to help out Romero. How about that effort from Crisostomo in Las Vegas?
Great save, wasn't it? Great save. The short corner for Las Vegas didn't work out, and it ended up with San Antonio on a break. You saw the guys absolutely busting a gut, but Crisostomo matched that and helped out his goalkeeper. What Romero really did, came out, made himself big, and really great save. Good ball in, and you fancied him to score. Well, I think it was Crisostomo who had the final touch, but good defending.
Corner kick now for San Antonio. How about that effort from Crisostomo? I don't know how he had the energy for the fist pump after that lung-busting effort. Romero in a crowd punches away. Clinical counterattack from San Antonio after Vegas was a bit exposed, pushing numbers forward.
I know where he found the energy to do the fist pump, because that save and tackle was just as good as a goal.
Yes.
If you don't have that, you're 2-0 down and you're up against it big time for the rest of the game. So great effort, and he really saved his team there.
Crisostomo, as we see Steve Cherundolo, the mayor of Hanover, announced as the latest inductee to the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame on Wednesday. 16 years, Hanover 96. 95 games as captain of the Bundesliga club. But I think one of the best signs as a player is Lindley goes for the switch. And again, great to see him staying on the field after his awkward challenge. Low hit, Romero stays with it, is when multiple managers pick you. Bruce Arena, Bob Bradley, Jurgen Klinsmann, each using him in large roles with the national team.
Yeah, and that shows you the quality, doesn't it? He was the mainstay, wasn't he, for a long time for the USA, and for that reason is why he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And not just even the mainstay, one of the better players.
And a bit ahead of his time, he went to University of Portland, played for Clive Charles, legendary coach. But then, age 19, after 2 years, left for Hanover. At that time, they were in Bundesliga 2. Helped Hanover 96 gain promotion in the 2001-2002 season, and then a 16-year career there. But back in the 90s in America, most players would play 3 or 4 seasons before going pro, and he bet on himself, and here he is, now age 42, beginning his full-time managerial career as a head coach.
You could say he set the standard, didn't he? You see numerous Americans doing the same now. You have the Gio Reyna, for example, and a handful of USA national team members early doors went over to Germany, and I think it's improved the quality of the national team, and he was the trailblazer, wasn't he? And to play for so long in the Bundesliga is an unbelievable achievement. And to get the German fans to really take a shine into you like they did is really good.
Cuello directing traffic. Cuello, pretty good ball, but it's cleared. Debutant Mamadou Fall. A pretty calm, composed clearance. Here's Leon. Free kick 1 for Las Vegas. It's kind of the style here for San Antonio. We had a good conversation with Alan Marcina about his style of play. Kind of likened it to a New York Red Bull approach. In possession, vertical advancement, verticality to break the lines and penetrate an opponent as fast as possible. Priority to get beyond the opponent's last line rather than just having possession for the sake of possession.
It sounds like a very British mentality, doesn't it? Be direct, get forward as quick as possible. You've seen how successful they have been tonight. These areas, they're looking long all the time.
Over the top. Leon nods it to his new center back partner, Mamadou Fall. Good turn from Duke in midfield. Hustling back to break that up is Marcus Epps. We featured him in the pregame. He's more of an offensive player, but you can see the standard at San Antonio. That's an offensive, dynamic player in Epps, hustling back to break up a possible Vegas attack.
Yeah, the manager said he wouldn't play he doesn't play players that don't work in both directions. And when you're in a transition team, you have to have that work rate in there. And you can see that they're working extremely hard. Las Vegas are not having any time to really create any opportunities. They're not giving Las Vegas any easy choices, are they?
That's Roma, a little long on the ball there. No touch. It's San Antonio's throw-in. 9th minute goal, Joaquin Varela. First goal with San Antonio for the 24-year-old Argentine on loan from San Martin de Tucumán. Corner kick, he volleyed home. Some lax marking from the lights on that corner.
Not so much the lax marking. I think it was the indecision between the two defenders. Not real communication. It can happen early in the game when you're not into the flow of the game. It hasn't going. Those kind of mistakes can happen.
And then the other good chance for San Antonio fell to Justin Dillon on a great counterattack, but hustling back was Daniel Crisostomo all the way back. Desperate block around 8 yards away from goal as he converged with the goalkeeper Romero. Those are the two biggest actions of the game so far.
Yeah, but out with those two chances, I think Las Vegas they've had more possession. They've probably been the better team. Jennings obviously had that really good opportunity. It's just going to be difficult to find clear-cut opportunities against this well-structured San Antonio defense.
Crisostomo, Traore, Quezada, Torres dispossessed.
That is the beauty of playing in the Las Vegas Heat, though. If you do have the possession, you should come stronger in the last half an hour. San Antonio putting a lot of effort into this first half. Las Vegas just need to be patient and abide for their chances.
Sam Gleadle played for Reno, was in the rivalry with Las Vegas last year. From Chichester, England. Any fast facts on that English locale?
Absolutely not. I couldn't tell you. I'm going to guess it would be in the south of the country.
Good to stump the Englishman. His home geography once or twice as it's played across the 6-yard box.
Can you enlighten me?
I didn't do any research. I thought you might be able to provide it. I like putting you on the spot here. But Gleadle's a nice player. We've been impressed with him over the years. Great year last year with Reno. Earned a chance with Minnesota United in MLS. And he's started every game now for San Antonio and Alan Marcina.
Yeah, I thought he was impressive last season. Bags of energy, pace down the line. For a defender, he was one of the main attacking threats for Reno. So yeah, I thought he was impressive. And it was good playing against Reno in those derby games, wasn't it? I'm sure he misses the derby atmosphere.
Traore pushing forward. Comfortable on the ball. Wide left. Quezada dispossessed. And it's just a wall of black shirts once Vegas gets the ball in the final third. Yeah,
this was, we said, the 5 central defenders and the big guys. It doesn't look like there's any space. You can go wide, but then if you cross the ball, these defenders are huge. So they're going to have to get Duke, De Roma on the ball and find those tidy little passes in for Jennings to make some direct runs. Mix it up a little bit.
Leon, nice turn from Jennings. Here's Jennings on his feet. Back to the backside of the box. Quezada turn. Quezada's shot is blocked. Every time it feels like Vegas has an inch or two, there's a San Antonio defender to get in the way.
Again, though, you get the ball into Jennings' feet, let him run at the defenders. You beat some man, it opens up a little bit. That was really good play. Torres came inside. Oh, was it Quezada came inside, tried to hit. As you said, the San Antonio bodies were there, but positive signs.
Jarrito's corner kick coming from Duke. Knuckling towards the spot and headed clear by Dillon. 9th minute goal, Joaquin Varela the difference. Leon got there. His header too far in front of Christian Torres. There's Cardoni. Throw out from the bearded goalkeeper. That's Lemma. He's had a nice season for San Antonio. Dispossessed here. Lemma number 4. Here's Jennings. Right into Cam Lindley. Now Jennings. Loves playing direct. Alive for Las Vegas. Squared back across. Lemma settles it and clears. Vegas really pushing for the tying goal before halftime. Jerome, a hard challenge from the opposite 20. Epps.
That was one of the first times in the game where you saw space for Vegas. You saw guys with space coming forward, and Jennings again turning, running at the defense. A nice little pass in here. Quezada, great little dink ball. You want De Roma running in, but you probably want one of the bigger strikers running in and getting the head on that.
Liam Doyle played for Memphis last year out of Ohio State. A large man from the Isle of Man.
Indeed.
How would you compare this first half performance for Las Vegas to last Saturday against Tacoma?
I think they're up against a different proposition tonight. San Antonio, completely different team, stronger.
Good strength from Epps here. And he misses the far upper corner.
Stronger team, more difficult to break down. I don't think they played badly. I think they played pretty well. They're good on the ball. You have the likes of Duke, you have the likes of Jennings, who are creative and good to watch. It's just going to be more difficult to break this San Antonio team down, and they have to take their opportunities when they come along.
Traore dispossessed. San Antonio back up the right side. Gallegos. Good work from the 18-year-old. Strong challenge there from De Roma right in front of the referee. Jennings pulls out the center backs. Picks his head up. Still Jennings. Against Gleedle. Corner kick coming. 2 minutes of stoppage time added on.
You can see Jennings is absolutely brimming with confidence, isn't he? He wants to run at them. He wants to beat the man. The problem for him is he's trying so hard. He's using a lot of energy, isn't he? He's doing these lung-busting 30-yard runs to try and create something for his team.
Jennings from Atlanta, played for Georgia United before University of Central Florida. Originally drafted by FC Dallas, number 17 overall. By FC Dallas in 2020. Did not sign, had a great year with Memphis, 9 goals in 14 games last year. Then signed with Indy 11 in December, acquired by LAFC in March, and now loaned to Las Vegas. So it's taken 4 clubs in just over a year for Cal Jennings, but he's a player in demand.
Yeah, and you can see why, can't you? Especially when he's playing with this confidence. He's deceptively fast. He can beat the man. He scored the goal the other day against Tacoma. He's created chance again, had the best chance tonight from his own from beating the man again. So he's got the ability. Vegas really needs to get him on the ball, and if possible, get him in a direct area where he's running behind the defense at times.
Traore throws it in for Duke. Duke's cross is too far, but I like what I've seen in the first half from Mohamed Traore. He's replicated the role that Alvaro Quezada had last week. Quezada was the left back. Tonight, it's Traore. He's pushed forward every attack.
He's been forward. He perhaps doesn't have the quality of the final delivery that Quezada can show, but he's got himself in good areas. He's up there all the time. And yeah, Las Vegas have played well. They've been in the right areas. They just found it difficult to break this big San Antonio backline down.
Halftime at Cashman, a goal off a corner kick in the 9th minute from Joaquin Varela, the 24-year-old Argentine, his first goal for San Antonio, and the visitors lead at halftime. Your thoughts and your driver.
There's not going to be much in it. It's going to be who takes the chances. San Antonio, difficult to break down. They're going to keep coming on the counter-attack, so Las Vegas have to be aware of that. But Vegas just need to keep what they're doing, be patient, and when they get the opportunity, take those chances. Overall, very close. It could go either way. It's going to be who will take their opportunities.
San Antonio, a defensive effort in the first half. Las Vegas, the run of play, but no goals to show for it. Friday Night Lights in Las Vegas. Another good crowd at Cashman. And after 45 minutes, the visitors from Texas lead 1-0.
Nevada Donor Network is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. We are asking for your help to save and heal lives. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors give hope to the more than 650 Nevadans waiting for their second chance at life. You have the power to bring them hope. Register as a hero today at registerme.org. Together, we are Nevada strong.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has peak Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, Sean has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Halftime presented by Finlay Toyota. San Antonio FC leads 1-0. Joaquin Varela the goal in the 9th minute. Las Vegas Lights FC with work to do on a gorgeous night at Cashman Field. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. We had a great tombstone earlier. John Barr will do anything to sell you a car. You mentioned he's an Englishman, Renaissance man, rock musician, youth soccer player. And he speaks 14 different languages. Does he speak driver?
No, but he's obviously a showman, isn't he? He represents Las Vegas particularly well. And I think the Lights obviously really enjoy having him as a big follower and a sponsor, and obviously doing a great job there in Las Vegas.
A huge soccer fan and supporter, sponsoring Las Vegas Lights, founded over 60 years ago. 12.5 acres in Henderson, #1 selling Toyota dealership in Nevada. Long-standing commitment to community service. They support countless local charities, professional sports organizations. A truly active and positive force within the Southern Nevada community. 60 years of business, #1 selling Toyota dealer, and we mention it during the game. A huge big screen TV. If there's a big game happening, maybe the European Championships this summer, Olympics coming up, a lot happening across the soccer world, go into Finlay Toyota, watch a game with John Barr.
Yeah, and you'll get some atmosphere, and I'm sure he'll love having the guys there and enjoying soccer together and developing the soccer community in Vegas.
And there's the Auto Row. Toyota's on the field, pitch side to watch a match. I think it's a great promotion if you own a Toyota, watch a Las Vegas Lights game.
I would love to be doing that. That's a unique thing, isn't it? I've never had that opportunity, so hopefully one day we'll get the invite to go and call the game from one of those Toyotas.
And I bet if you walked into Findlay Toyota and asked John Barr and you spoke a different language, he would figure out what it was and he'd call someone, have someone there that spoke that language within a few hours.
That's a promise, is it not? So I'd hold him to his word.
Well, we appreciate John Barr and Findlay Toyota, their support of Las Vegas Light Soccer and all they do around the soccer community. And we will have more with you at the Findlay Toyota halftime show. Las Vegas Lights trailing 1-0. Joaquin Varela's goal in the 9th minute from a corner kick, the difference so far. San Antonio FC leading a Cashman at halftime.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has Pete Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine.
Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, Sean has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
Yellow's there again. Second header. Here's a chance for Cicerone. Russell Cicerone, the leading goal scorer.
And now news and notes from across the championship. Santi Moar, how about this month, Andrew? 5 goals, 2 assists in 5 games.
53% of the vote, and rightly so. Started the season on fire and statistics to back it up.
Great friendly, and now San Diego Loyal will host Club in Tijuana. Great rivalry perhaps down the road. Its first meeting ever will be July 10th.
Yeah, I know there'll be many ties in that community. My old teammate Savando Carrasco used to make that journey every day to school, so that'll be a great occasion, I think, for the community and the area.
And finally, Armando Moreno has signed an extension to the 2023 season. Great news for New Mexico United. Team leader, goal shots, and shots on target since his arrival.
I think that the most important thing I see in that is these teams are starting to sign guys on 2- and 3-year contracts. They're starting to build their organizations, and they're seeing a future for their teams and the players they want in them.
And now the USL Championship scoreboard presented by the Nevada Donor Network. Atlanta 2 and Sporting Kansas City 2, a 2-2 draw on Wednesday. A 1-1 draw between Orange County and San Diego. El Paso, a good win over Indy 11.
Yeah, Indy 11 haven't started the season as strongly as they would have liked. One of the stronger teams in the championship, so great result for El Paso.
Tampa Bay continues its strong start, 2-1. That was a win today over Loudoun United. And then Real Monarchs, another good win over Sacramento, 2-0. More games upcoming, presented by Terribles. RGV against Real Monarchs, El Paso against Colorado Springs, New Mexico and Austin should be a good one as well.
Yeah, there's some big games. The other one I'd look for is the Orange County against Oakland. Not had a chance to see much of Oakland yet, so new team. I'd like to be able to get an eye for what they can bring this year.
San Diego and LA Galaxy 2, Phoenix and Tacoma. A busy slate as we look at the Pacific Division standings. Phoenix at the top, 13 points from 6 matches. I think LA Galaxy 2 is probably the surprise in second. Orange County near the top. Work to do for Las Vegas, but for their first 5 on the road. And Oakland, its first year in the championship, 4 points from 3 matches.
Yeah, for the Lights, it doesn't look great, but the 2 performances that they've given at home at Cashman will give them a lot of hope so far. This game isn't over yet. They can still get the 3 points, and things look a lot different. They climb up to third bottom and 2 points away from climbing higher.
Hat tip as well, Tacoma Defiance, a young team in 4th place after a tough year last year. More coming up, Finlay Toyota halftime report. Joaquin Varela's goal in the 9th minute is the difference. San Antonio FC leads at halftime, 1-0.
Third-generation lawyers and lifelong Nevadans grew up in the law. They've built De Castroverde Law Group personal injury on their family principles. When you've been injured, they'll fight the insurance companies, seek maximum compensation, and stand by you the entire way. Just like family. De Castroverde Law Group personal injury. Our family will fight for yours.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Finlay Toyota halftime, San Antonio FC 1, Las Vegas Lights FC 0. Joaquin Varela's goal in the 9th minute, the difference. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. What'd you make of the first 45 minutes?
That was 2 contrasting styles, isn't it? San Antonio, big, strong team, don't want the ball. Las Vegas had all the possession, tried to break down. San Antonio haven't been able to do it yet. They're going to have to take their chances, but they played well, and they just need that little bit of luck, I think.
Let's look at the highlights from the first half. Vegas trying to make it 2 wins in 7 days at home. Sees the early momentum. And this corner kick, Cuello delivered it, and it was put home by Varela.
Wasn't decisive defending, was it? An easy finish for Ray, but you can't allow chances like that in your own box.
Quezada, really good chance. Nice save from Matt Cardoni for San Antonio FC.
This here from Jennings is what you need. A clever pass from Duke. Great ball into Jennings. Was unlucky with the finish. And now great play from Chrysostoma to stop a chance. But Vegas overall will have been happy.
Underway in the second half. Las Vegas Lights in the white and blue. San Antonio FC on the road in the black and red. Epps with the early touches. Tries to release Gleedle in the corner. Pretty dominant first half statistically. 8 shots to 5 for Las Vegas. 72% possession, but that's sort of how San Antonio wants it. Under Alan Marcina, it's not that they don't want the ball, but they're comfortable without it. They were second worst in the league total possession entering this game, 41% on the season, but 8th in the league in shots, 6th in shots on target, and one of the best in chances created.
Yeah, they like to play to their strengths. You have the likes of Epps, the big striker Molina's good in the air, can hold it. So just when you get the ball, they can afford to be direct and try and get the danger players in behind the defense, and that's what you've seen a couple of times tonight for Vegas.
There's Epps. Will turn a corner away from Quezada. Runs out of room, goal kick to Las Vegas Lights. Just one change for this Las Vegas Lights team from last week. Mamadou Fall enters the starting lineup for his debut. And a halftime change, Roberto Molina has entered for Steve Tarundolo here to begin the second half. Been a regular, and it comes on at halftime here to begin the second half. Cross, Romero gets there just in front of Justin Dillon. Molina, 5 appearances. 3 starts, still seeking his first goal. One of 9 light signings announced back in April. Spent his youth in the West Coast in El Salvador. Gleedle, top of the area, left-footed hit, not the best of contact from Cuello. Emil Cuello went to SMU, was from Argentina, had a great delivery on the goal, but not his best connection there.
No, great play from Gleedle, good ball pulled back to the edge of the area. Not really a clean strike, was it? A bit of a poor, as I would call it, a back pass back to the goalkeeper. But positive signs from San Antonio to start the second half, getting Gleedle forward to get him behind. Las Vegas have to be careful with that.
Here's Fall. Wide for Traore. Quezada. And now Frank DeRoma. Chrysostoma.
DeRoma's been a little bit quieter than he was in the game against Tacoma. You need to get him to assert himself.
Gaines crossing. Deflected corner kick coming for Las Vegas Lights. Nice push from Julian Gaines. Torres, halftime change. Molina replaces him. Presented by Dignity Health. Corner kick coming. Duke with a low delivery this time. Jennings was first to it. Jennings scrapping forward inside the 6. And finally cleared. 5th corner kick of the night for Las Vegas. A break here, 1 versus 2. Dillon trying to get there. Great work. Again, it's Chrysostoma getting the best of Dillon on the break.
Yeah, a couple of times they've needed him, and he did well up against a real big striker. You felt he might be outstrength for a while. For a second there, but he did well and won the free kick. You just need Las Vegas to really be pulled in by those the supporters behind the goal. Hopefully that atmosphere can drive the ball towards the goal again.
We saw it last week, the atmosphere after Duke's second goal in front of the supporters. Flares and smoke. Wonderful atmosphere at Cashman.
As a player, you may think it doesn't actually make a difference, but it really does. There was always my favorite sides that you played towards.
Molina's first touch is off the bench. Free kick. It was a clear push as he knocked over Chris Lem as he tried to win the ball back.
Yeah, good play. The defender did particularly well. I think the referee made the right decision. I don't think the fans are particularly happy, but Molina getting involved straight away. That's what you like to see from your substitute. Show a bit of energy.
Lucas Spalla is the referee tonight. And Molina, UC Irvine, one of 3 from UC Irvine on this Las Vegas team. Another product of the Grande Sports Academy. Grande, Arizona. Here's Duke. Just too far behind Jennings. Schuberg will clear. There is Steve Cherundolo. Made the change, Molina for Torres at halftime.
I don't think he'll have been too disappointed with the performance. May have been disappointed with the goal, but they've had the majority of possession. They've played well. They just need to continue and be patient, and the time will come.
Here's Gaines from Lone Star Soccer Club in Austin for the Barca residency in Casa Grande, Arizona. Actually played as a Austin Bold player, an academy contract, arrival of San Antonio's 2019. U.S. U15 Youth National Team player Julian Gaines, and now with Las Vegas Lights as an 18-year-old. Daroma wide. Traore. Clipped cross. Cardoni has no problem with that. Epps. Think of a touch just a bit too far between the Senegalese. Traore wears number 3, Fall wears number 5. It's a pro debut for Mamadou Fall. Cardoni under some pressure. There's one moment in early stages of this game, Andrew, where Duke blocked a clearance from Cardoni, went over the goal. But they haven't taken as much risk since that moment.
Yeah, I think it was possibly the wake-up call that San Antonio wanted. I don't think they really need to have the possession in those areas today. I think by being direct, it plays more to their strength than trying to play out from the back.
Gallegos and Lema working up the left side. Greases Tomo into the challenge. Forward from Doyle. Good turn, Greases Tomo. Here's Daroma in space, loves the turn, picks his head up. Again, honest shifts from Marcus Epps. Nothing comes easy against San Antonio.
No, it most definitely doesn't. You see that there's just no space. There's not many options every time they have the ball. The big guys, they work hard. And the
wonderful turn from Daroma, top of the box. Just ran out of room. The ball slipped out of his foot before he could pass it to Molina.
Nice little skill, good footwork, wasn't it? That's what you want to see from Daroma, getting to those. He's been quiet tonight. He hasn't had the opportunity in those areas. Him and Duke need to get on the ball like that and make something happen. Wasn't a great ball in the end, but he's in the right area and he's doing the right things.
Here's Molina on his left, curling it past the far post. Off the bench, Roberto Molina, nearly his first goal with the Lions.
I thought he'd got it. Great play, cut inside. He tried to bend it into the far corner. The goalkeeper was scrambling for a second, so he felt it was close. And good impact straight away from Molina, coming in as a substitute. Inside, bent it round the defender. The goalkeeper was worried for a second, and that's positive signs, though. It may be one of those nights where Vegas need to score a 20-yard screamer to come back into the game.
Roberto Molina from Sonsonate, El Salvador, small town. You always think of the players coming from the big city, not him. Sonsonate, southwest of the Santa Ana volcano and on the Sensupan River, not far from the Pacific coast. But he was raised between El Salvador and North Hollywood in California before going to UC Irvine, and now he's been a big player for Steve Cherundolo. 2 changes, Dillon and Cuello both come off for San Antonio FC. That's Ollie Wright, London, England native, played college soccer at St. Mary's in California, now 22. His 5th appearance this season. And he's joined by Jordan Perusa, the young 20-year-old from Canada. A double change for Alan Marcina here in the 55th minute.
Perusa's another big fella as well, isn't he? They have some really big guys, this San Antonio team.
First changes tonight for Marcina. Chrysostoma. All the way back, here comes Romero. A lot of USL experience for Tomas Romero. Joined the Bethlehem Steel, made his debut age 16 while still an academy player in 2017. Then he went to Georgetown, of course, saved the decisive penalty to help Georgetown win its first men's national title 2019. A lot of experience, still 20 years of age. He's played for El Salvador at the U17 and U23 levels. Zana sandwiched off the ball by Gleadle. There's DeRoma into a sliding challenge. Traore back for Romero.
To say San Antonio was such a big team, you wouldn't say Las Vegas have been bullied out of the game, would you? They haven't been intimidated or anything. They just need to have a bit more guile when they have the ball. They're showing signs of maturity by being able to win 50-50 challenges, for example.
Here's Duke. Jennings turning. Always two San Antonio defenders whenever Jennings or Duke will turn and pick their head up.
Every time they get into that area, you just don't see anywhere to go. It's a back five defensively, but then they have the holding midfielder, so there's technically 7 defenders.
It's on for Gage. Great touch. Molina deflected and wide. Spectacular first touch, Roberto Molina, who nearly scores.
You thought he did score, didn't you? Great first touch, took it past the defender and hit it with his left foot. He's obviously got a wonderful left foot. And the deflection, that deflection could go absolutely anywhere. And unfortunately for Vegas, it takes a deflection away. Through the legs, good defending, but that could have quite easily have nestled in the top left-hand corner.
And just what Steve Cherundolo was hoping for with the insertion of Molina for Torres at halftime. 6th corner kick of the night. Duke will deliver another for Las Vegas, presented by Jarritos. Into a good spot, headed clear by Schubert.
I think it was quite a clever introduction from Cherundolo. Because Molina looks like more of a person who's going to cut in onto his left foot and take a hit. Torres, I think, more likes to run in behind it. There's just no space in behind today. He's not going to get any joy from a direct pass. So you have Molina out there who wants to take the ball and he wants to cut inside and hit a shot.
Steve Cherundolo, first win as a head coach at the professional level. Last weekend, named a U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame inductee on Wednesday. Low cross from Epps. Nice work tracking back. That was fall in his debut. Duke can't get out of it. Here's Epps again. Epps, left-footed hit. High and wide. Trying to make up for a first half where he didn't have many touches, and a good restart here from Romero in Las Vegas. They get it forward to Jennings, who needs some support.
Yeah, he's a little bit lonely up top there. But that's what you want. You want him getting the ball and you want him running at these big defenders. He has faster feet and he's faster over the 5 yards. So you want him getting the ball and really being positive.
Kick here for San Antonio. And that's the hard part of being a professional soccer player. As you would know, Andrew, you have a great night like Jennings did, but then the opposition can scout you, they can see what you did and make a game plan to try to shut you down.
That's true, yes. I don't think they particularly will have done that in this game. San Antonio look like they play this way regardless. They're a big team and they have the way they are set. I think regardless of that, even though he's had a good game tonight as well, he's still created a few chances. So he's one of those players, it might be difficult, even though you know what he can do, you can't, it's very hard to stop someone running past you when he's faster than you, and Jennings has that ability.
Cross came from Epps, clearance from Tony Leon. Corner kick coming for San Antonio. Cam Lindley played for Indy 11 before San Antonio, as we see Alan Marcina. from Lindley. Target at the back post was Doyle. It fell to Epps, and he could not stay over it. And you see Marcina's reaction in the coach's area.
That was a bigger chance than I think the reaction showed. He's 6 yards out and he's just swung his weak left-footed effort. He had time to take a touch and hit it. That's 2 times now Epps has had a strike with his left foot and doesn't look comfortable at all on his weaker side. But yeah, another set piece for San Antonio, and they could have benefited from it. Vegas have a little bit of a sigh of relief there.
Santiago Pontino, 5 goals to his name for San Antonio, suspended for violent contact the last time out last weekend against Colorado Springs. This is his first of 3 games, but they still lead at the hour mark through a 9th-minute goal from Joaquin Varela. Gallegos draws the free kick. A smile from Jennings.
He caught him, but I don't think it was as painful as Gallegos made out, I think, would be the polite way of saying it.
Gallegos, USL Championship Young Player of the Year finalist last year. Part of the San Antonio FC Pro Academy. Highly billed and thought of around San Antonio. Getting quality minutes, still only 18 years of age. His 4th appearance of the year tonight. Baruza, 77 for San Antonio.
They don't hesitate playing those long balls from back to front.
Good turn, quickness here. Gallegos, low delivery, right at Romero. Quezada. And the smoke is alive at Cashman Field.
And thick.
Fall with the touch. Great story. Mamadou Fall, Mohamed Traore both arrived in Orlando at Montverde Academy via Salif Diao's Sport for Charity organization based in Dakar, Senegal. Diao, you may remember, 5 years for Liverpool, great career, Senegalese national team, but he wanted to provide education for footballers. So for those who never had a pro career, wanted something to fall back on. So his Sport for Charity organization is 80% education, 20% football. They do welding, they learn how to make furniture, all sorts of crafts that can be used if their foot calling career doesn't go as far as they hope. Restart too far behind Schubert.
And I'm sure if you ask Salif Diao the biggest achievement of his career, I'm guessing that would probably be one of them. To think of the pride he'll show from success in football, to give that opportunity to a couple of other young guys tonight, then it's a great thing. And the opportunities that football brings throughout the world is, well, for me, like an amazing life just from chasing the ball around.
Good work from Gleadle. Diao reached his professional goals, but he still was disappointed in his education. He wanted to be more educated, so he set up this program. But to get to Liverpool, he really sacrificed. Diao sometimes slept outside the national stadium in Senegal. He'd wash plates for the guard soldiers to get something to eat. And now he set up this program, which has sent Mamadou Fall, Mohamed Traore from Senegal to Orlando, the Montverde Academy. Now they're LAFC players on loan with Las Vegas Lights. Lindley to the back post. Run down in the corner by Ollie Wright, the substitute. Good dribbling from Wright. He has Gallegos. Well blocked that time. DeRoma was over there, along with Traore.
San Antonio a little bit more in the ascendancy in this second half. Not known for having possession. They seem to be the team in the more dangerous areas. Vegas haven't had the authority that they showed in the first half yet. Maybe a change might change that.
There's Steve Cherundolo has gone to the bench with Roberto Molina in the second half.
I think you can see there, he's saying keep passing the ball. They've gone away, they've not had as much possession. He wants them to get the ball and keep the ball moving.
Deroma set the bar high last week. He goes 65 minutes tonight. Not as effective here in the second home game.
No, there's not as much space, is there? He's playing in that area. San Antonio's so big, it's difficult. It's not Deroma didn't have he wasn't on the ball as much as they would have liked. He didn't have the influence on the game that he can, so maybe the manager wants to just get a fresh face, see if some other energy can come into the game.
Julian Vasquez replaces Frank Deroma, presented by Dignity Health. Free kick drawn by Duke. Cam Lindley too hard in the tackle there.
It looks like we've taken Deroma off. Duke has come back a little bit, maybe to get more influence on the game, get him on the ball as much as possible. He's also been a little bit quiet in the second half, and he is probably the man that you want the ball to go through for Vegas. He's the most creative, probably possibly the best on it. You want to get him the ball so he can influence the game as much as possible.
Quezada right behind Vasquez. Vegas wins it back. Vasquez is 20. Experience with Mexico's U18 and U20 national teams. Played for Real Salt Lake and on loan to Real Monarchs the last couple of years. Originally a homegrown player for Real Salt Lake. Great work. Molina centers it. Quezada lays it back, and it's over the bar. Right off the bench, an opportunity for Julian Vasquez. Would have been his first goal for Las Vegas.
It was that man Molina down the line again. This time, fake to come inside on his left foot, went down the line and found a great ball, a lucky deflection. But we've mentioned they have to take a chance, and he just didn't. Possibly if he was on the pitch for 5 more minutes, he would have been a little bit warmer, a little bit ready. Just a bit of a standing kick. It wasn't with no real power in the ball, but much better from Vegas. Molina's made a big difference on the right-hand side. And we mentioned earlier they have to take their opportunities. The next one that comes along, they really, really need to take it.
Tomas Romero. Tony Leon. Here's Fall. To his countryman Traore. Threads the needle up the line for Quezada. Foul on Quezada. He wrestled down Joaquin Varela, the goal scorer for San Antonio. Here comes Nathan, the 22-year-old Brazilian. 5 starts before tonight. Celebrated his 22nd birthday on Wednesday. Replaces Gallegos. How would you assess the 18-year-old shift for San Antonio FC?
He's shown sparks, didn't he? Sparks of energy, a lot of pace. For a night where San Antonio hasn't had much possession, he's shown signs of being a threat for such a young guy. I think he could be very happy with his performance. He did look gassed there coming off, so maybe the heat potentially got to him. He's an energy player, so a lot of sprints it's difficult to maintain for the 90 minutes.
Nathan previously with Coritiba in Brazil. He's offside here. Vegas will restart here in the 70th minute. Vegas yet to breach this San Antonio FC back line. San Antonio has conceded 7 goals through its first 6 games before tonight. One of the best defensive teams in the league last year under Alan Marcina. Similar record so far this season. Looking for their first road win of 2021 here tonight. Traore working. It's Vasquez now. A back heel for Traore. Clip to the back post. Molina was scrapping for it. Tomo, good intervention in midfield.
Yeah, winning the ball, doing the dirty work, winning the ball back for Vegas. Now they're starting to get a little bit more possession again, starting to take over authority of the game again.
Here's Molina. Dangerous ball, headed clear. Gleedle was there. Picked up by Quezada for Vegas. Good challenge from Epps. One back by Julian Vasquez. Good turn. Jennings went down. Referee had a good view. Did seem like he lost his footing. Then there's a hard challenge.
Rash challenge.
Tomo will go in the book. He went hard against Cam Lindley. And Lindley showing a yellow card for maybe some words.
I think so. I do think it was a very rash challenge, actually. The referee went straight to his pocket. Entertaining for the fans in the background there. It's the first time this game's really boiled over a little bit. Maybe the guys are getting a little bit tired. They're starting to get a little bit frustrated.
It seemed like Tomo was going to be booked by Lucas Saspala, but then Lindley spoke up. And he was booked.
I think it was a little bit of a rash challenge. I think Tomo will be lucky to get away with the yellow card. It was a professional foul, a little bit high.
Good flick on there from Epps. And the flag came up. Trying to put through Jordan Peruzza, the former Toronto FC attacker. How can Vegas find a goal in this final 20 minutes?
Same as we've kept saying, they just have to be patient and try and have a little bit of a spark, get Jennings in the game again. Molina's looked good on the right-hand side.
Low cross Traore swept aside by Schuberg. Throw in here for the Lions.
They will get an opportunity. They have enough ability to create the chances. They just have to keep patient and they have to be clinical when they get the opportunities.
Fall pushing forward, trying to square ball. Dangerous in that part of the field for a square ball. San Antonio will try to break through Epps.
This is what they have to be careful with, though.
Marcus Epps across field. Ollie Wright. Peruzza. And now Vegas can try to break. Giveaway in midfield. In front of Jennings. Jennings blocked by Schuberg. Free kick to Vegas. A high boot that time from Nathan off the bench.
There's just no room in behind the San Antonio defense, is there?
Play it short for Duke. Vasquez. Well-weighted pass. Quezada with his head up. Corner kick coming. Schuberg closed the space well.
Quick sign of commentator's curse.
Yes.
No room in behind the defense, and then they get an opportunity in behind the fence. That's positive. Good run from Quezada. Great little ball in. He hit the first defender, but that's what they need to do. Get those little runs in from the wide areas in behind and thread balls through the defenders. They have the pace to threaten.
Duke's corner kick presented by Jarritos. And look at the leaping ability. Could not steer it on target. Looked like it was Mamadou Fall in his debut, rising amongst the trees to get ahead to that.
Yeah, the big guys, isn't he? He's done well to have an opportunity. He'll probably be wanting that one back. He's probably 6 inches away from having a great time. Look at the height he jumped. That's Schuberg, 6'7", and he's a foot above him.
Wonderful athleticism from Mamadou Fall. Do we agree on everything, Andrew? Here's Epps away from Tomo. Good from Epps here. Everything but the hit from Marcus Epps, the 26-year-old from Jackson, Mississippi.
A couple of opportunities for Marcus Epps that he's skied high. He potentially needs to change the sand iron for a 7-iron.
Pressure here. Very brave there. Playing out of the back from Romero under pressure. Looks like Traylor might be tiring a bit. He's been bursting forward time and again from the left back position. Love the urgency from Molina. Wants to make a play every time he's on the ball.
He's been very impressive, hasn't he? He's gotten the ball, he's come inside, he's skillful, he's got a little bit of quality and a great left foot.
Duke. Here's Gaines. Julian Gaines, the Austin native. Good turn, Jennings. Jennings forward. Some contact. It'll be a free kick for Las Vegas.
Great from Jennings again. I love how he comes into that space and turns every time. He's only got one thing in mind, being positive. He's turned the defender, he's running, and yeah, definitely a foul. He's sandwiched in between 3 players. But he's so positive and so good at running past, even in tight areas, he can run past defenders like they're not even there.
Liam Doyle committed the foul. Free kick for Vegas. Duke standing over it alongside Roberto Molina. Nathan preparing to charge.
It seems further out from where the foul was to me.
I agree. It's Duke into the stands. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit SelectSportAmerica.com. When you think of San Antonio, one of the names you think of is Matt Cardoni from San Antonio, Trinity University Division III program, very good program at the Division III level. He's played his entire pro career, first with the San Antonio Scorpions, then San Antonio FC. His 6th year now with San Antonio FC and second most appearances behind Greg Cochran.
Coach Marcina must think very highly of him, right? That must be 2 spells of management that he's taken Cardoni, and he's been very comfortable tonight.
Lidl went down after that aerial challenge. Mamadou Fall, his pro debut tonight, the 18-year-old from Senegal, signed by LAFC last week. He debuts with the affiliate Las Vegas Lights tonight. How would you assess his performance?
I think he's been comfortable. I thought he's been particularly good. Defensively, they haven't really come under much threat. They've done very well. San Antonio have some good attacking threats with pace and power, and they've been men back there tonight. They haven't really, you can't say they've been dominated at any point.
The Electric Company enjoying this one, trying to urge its team on for the goal, and Cash, the soccer rocker, right in the mix.
Looks like he's having fun, isn't he?
Fall was replaced by Cece Uche, 23-year-old from Queens. He's played for Turundolo a few times this year. 41st overall pick by LAFC this year. Signed a USL contract with the Lights in April. Free kick for Duke. Hard challenge that time from Ollie Wright.
I like the toughness of Duke for being such a good player on the ball, looking fairly small. He takes a challenge. He can give out a challenge as well. He's a tough young man. You don't often see that. The flair players, the best players on the ball, are sometimes not the strongest, but he seems to have something about him. He took a heavy challenge there. He was actually limping a little bit, but he jumped straight back up. Was one thing on his mind: keep playing, looking for the equalizer.
Duke and Molina up this right side. Vasquez showing. Here's Molina still coming forward. Challenge, edge of the box. It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Molina has been the spark plug since halftime, brought on by Steve Cherundolo. And Molina breaching that San Antonio FC defense.
Exactly what he's done numerous times in this game, in the second half. He's caused a spark, you're right. This time, great skill right through the thread of the needle. The defenders made a little bit of a rash challenge, and definitely the right decision. Penalty. There was questions, was it inside, outside the box? I think the foul definitely carried on into the box. And this is, obviously, you don't get a better chance now for Las Vegas.
Ollie Wright, the substitute, committed the challenge. Penalty coming. It's Cal Jennings for Las Vegas. Matt Cardoni looking to deny Cal Jennings here. Jennings in front of the electric company for Las Vegas Lights. Jennings scored last week. He'll try it for his third of the season right here. Cal Jennings. And we're tied at 1 underneath Cardoni. Excellent penalty from Cal Jennings. And the electric company loves it.
That's good to see, isn't it? That looks fun in there. Confident from Jennings. I didn't think he was going to miss. He seems confident. He's had a great night, and he's deserved that goal. Las Vegas have deserved that goal, and those guys happy. Strong, powerful, down left. The goalkeeper, right wing, couldn't do anything for the power. Confident penalty.
A no-look penalty. He's looking away from the goal as he hits it.
You have to do that. You have to give the goalkeeper the eyes. If you're only going that one way, look at the ticker tape here as well. There's a lot of ticker tape. It's snowing in Vegas.
9 goals last year for Cal Jennings. 3 already in 2021 for the Las Vegas Lights. Corner kick coming for Cam Lindley in San Antonio. Dealt with well. Andrew Driver, fan of ticker tape. We learned that tonight.
Equally distributed ticker tape.
Yes.
But no, that's exactly what Las Vegas needs. Can they now take this momentum and move forward to win this game? The fans are behind them. The atmosphere is growing. The fans are enjoying themselves. You've got 10 minutes to turn this game on its head.
Yellow card shown to San Antonio. Looked like Joaquin Varela in the book. It's funny how these games can change. Seemed like a quiet night. Lucas Cispala, the referee, not much work to do, but this might be a very lively final 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, we mentioned the word character earlier in the game. To go as long as Las Vegas has, not really created many chances, but to continue playing and to get the equalizer like that, can they go on and use that character to continue to do it?
Here's Jennings, deflected shot. Corner kick coming. I love that from Jennings. He just scored. He picked up the ball in midfield. He goes to score again.
That's what he does so well. Even when he gets the ball with his back to the goal, every time his first idea is to turn and go and attack and run straight to the goal. He's got pace and power, and this time, obviously, the confidence of the goal now. He's hitting it, isn't he? He's only got one thing on his mind.
Corner kick coming from Duke. Oh, it bounced in the box. It was there for Vegas. Picked up here, Chrysostomo. Back for K's on it. Cherundolo and his staff directing traffic. Out comes Cardoni. He had to get there. Through 2 Vegas attackers, including Duke. Cardoni down in some pain.
I feel like he's maybe realizes the momentum's against San Antonio now, trying to kill the pace of the game a little bit. The atmosphere is building. You see with the coaching staff of the Lights, they're all animated on the bench. They sense they've got an opportunity here to get all 3 points.
Here comes Cardoni. A little push after the fact from CC Uche.
Honestly, I think he's a big goalkeeper. He's diving around all the time. That's no different than a dive normally. But he's obviously a clever professional and wants to kill the pace of the game.
Good run here. Up this left side, cuts inside, still going. A little challenge from the back. And that's just wide. It was right there for Perusa off the bench. What a run from Nathan, the Brazilian, who took it into the box.
Brilliant from Nathan. That's a bit of Brazilian flair right through, a little nutmeg inside, and Perusa did the right thing for a striker. One-touch finish, and lucky for Las Vegas, they almost got caught on the break.
Silky there from Crisostomo, round one. Great chance for Perusa, the 20-year-old former Toronto FC player. Has a goal to his name in only 79 minutes this year. This game has come to life after the tying goal from Cal Jennings from the spot. He scored May 22nd against Phoenix. Scored last weekend against Tacoma. Now 3 goals to his name. 9 last year with Memphis. Traore.
You can just feel the atmosphere has changed, hasn't it? Las Vegas are definitely throwing more bodies forward. They're starting, the atmosphere is driving them on. They might be taking a few more chances, but they sense they've got an opportunity here. But they have to be careful with San Antonio on the break.
And San Antonio's decision-making has changed. They're trying to play out of the back under pressure. Too much risk from San Antonio, and Vegas has capitalized.
They definitely seem to be a little bit happier with killing the pace of the game, San Antonio. They don't want this game staying at a high pace with these fans driving Las Vegas on. And we don't want the referee slowing the game down neither. It's enjoyable to watch. If you keep fouls like that kill the pace of the game, is not what the atmosphere wants.
Hard challenge. Marcina thought it was a foul. Referee said play on. It came from Traore at the edge of the box. Nathan 5 starts before tonight. Used as a sub by Alan Marcina. 89th minute. We had a goal in the 9th from Joaquin Varela to give San Antonio the lead on the road. A tying goal from Cal Jennings. From the penalty, which was won by Roberto Molina. Nathan shot through the ticker tape and wide of goal. Jennings' goal in the 82nd minute. Long strides here from Julian Gaines as he pushes forward. Good energy from Gaines here late in the 89th minute. Molina through the flares and smoke. Traore. Quezada. Traore on the overlap. Quezada has options. Duke. Traore surveying. To the back post. Cardoni got a hand to it. And that's where the crowd comes into play. Cardoni maybe was told by his teammates, no pressure there, maybe couldn't hear them, still touched it.
That's exactly what the crowd can bring. They can bring confusion to goalkeepers. Didn't seem comfortable there. It wasn't a great ball in by Traore. And Cardona obviously didn't hear the shouts from his defenders.
Molina, well turned. Molina against 2 Earns a corner kick. Good work from Molina.
He's been excellent, hasn't he? He really has.
Ninth corner kick of the night for Las Vegas Lights. It comes here in second half stoppage time. Bryce Duke delivers. Headed clear. Doyle got to it. 4 minutes added on here at the end of the second half. Handball against Las Vegas. San Antonio will restart. And there's the difference. There's Nathan, an attacking player, wants to restart quickly. I think most of his team might have played it more slowly if they were on the ball.
Yeah, he's still got one thing in his mind is to score, isn't it? Especially coming off the bench. In his mind, he's only got a shortened amount of time to impress and have the opportunity. So I think San Antonio will be happy to kill the speed of the game and just slow it right down.
Headed on. And kept in place somehow. Now a corner kick is given. That was the substitute, Ollie Wright, trying to atone for the penalty which he gave Cal Jennings. Pretty good hit for the London native.
Yes, comfortable for Romero, but this is where San Antonio is possibly at their most dangerous.
Nathan will take this corner kick. He's asking for some life from the big players here in second half stoppage time. Headed on and wide. It was there for Liam Doyle going away from goal.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity. Just pulled his header a little bit wide. Maybe wasn't enough pace on the ball. But as we said, San Antonio, big threat from the corner kicks and set pieces.
Good touch, Traore. Jennings wins the second ball. Now it's Duke with his head up. Vasquez back for Duke. Space, Vasquez thinking about it, low hit, covered by Cardone.
It's good strike, good play, good positive play from Vasquez, good turn, a deflection again. Las Vegas have had a few deflections tonight, none of them really gone in their favor. We're hoping that one would be the one. Maybe wasn't enough pace on the hit, but good play again.
Hall of Famer Steve Cherundolo surveying his team in second half stoppage time. Picked up by Molina, the danger man. The entire second half dragged down. Yellow card coming. Cispalla does well to intervene and avoid any retribution. Chris Lemma into the book for San Antonio.
I respect the referee there, to be honest, because Molina's done a little bit of a kick out, hasn't he? And a referee, if he wanted to be a little bit petulant, could have stamped his mark and given a yellow card or whatever. But he's understood the situation. It was a professional foul, slowed the game. Molina's rightfully going to be angry, and he's given the San Antonio guy the yellow card.
Molina wide right here, space here for Las Vegas, deflected cross. Headed out by Schuberg, another corner kick. For the record, it's Varela and Lindley in the book. For San Antonio, Crisostomo and Vasquez in the book for Las Vegas. It's a 10th corner kick for Las Vegas Lights. Duke will take it. Electric Company wants a dramatic goal. It's over everybody. First one there is Epps. A little flick on there. Played back for Nathan. Nathan will go towards goal. Draws a double team. Sandwiched off the ball. Back to midfield. Lindley back for Epps. Nathan surveying, low cross, picked up by Romero. We've exceeded the 4 minutes added on. Maybe one more push for Las Vegas, and there's the full-time whistle. A lively second half, a tying goal for Cal Jennings, and in the end, this one ends 1-1.
Yeah, it got exciting towards the end, didn't it? A good performance from Las Vegas, good game overall. Two very contrasting teams. San Antonio, very difficult to break down. It was more of a chess match, wasn't it? Las Vegas trying to break the strong defense, but entertaining again. And the fans, I think, will have really enjoyed that. The last 20 minutes, it was all backs to the walls for San Antonio.
Steve Cherundolo shaking hands with the officials after greeting Alan Marcina. But something to build upon for Las Vegas after the 0-4 start. They've only conceded once in 2 home games after conceding 15 in the first 4 games, and starting to find the core of this group, including Cal Jennings.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed they didn't win tonight. They've shown the consistency in the last 2 games. They've shown they deserve. Well, they're not a team that's lost. They're going to lose 4 games in a row, are they? They've really improved, and they've been entertaining to watch as well. They have some good players, the likes of Dukes, Jennings himself. Obviously, I think Jennings will be man of the match tonight. Great penalty there.
And the match presented by Leona. Tonight's hardest working man of the match, presented by Laborers International, the hardest working guys in Vegas.
And I think he's quite an apt sponsorship, isn't he? He's constant, wants his pace and power all game, doesn't stop. He's deserved his goal. He's got great attitude. He's got a lot of ability. I just love how every time he gets the ball, he's looking to make something happen.
Those folks are hardworking as well. The Electric Company into second half stoppage time, and they urge their team on to a 1-1 draw. Cal Jennings, his 3rd of the year, tied it up. We'll wrap it up when we come back to Cashman Field. Full-time in Vegas at San Antonio FC 1, Las Vegas Lights FC 1.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We're proud to offer 11 conveniently located imaging centers across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
Sé que tú puedes. Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti. No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti. No te rindas. Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor. Please. Sigue intentándolo, valdrá la pena. Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco. ¡Fuerte! Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro. Eres mi modelo a seguir. Deja de fumar y vapear hoy. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855-DÉJELO YA. Es el 1855-DÉJELO YA. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
Believe me, with a head as big as yours, there's nothing better than the Highlander. The Highlander will seat up to 8 people.
Ooh, John has piqued Cash's interest. He got him with the economic hybrid engine. Cash is low on cash, but thankfully, Sean has an attractive finance offer.
I'll do anything to sell you a car.
Welcome back. Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Lights FC 1, San Antonio FC 1. Cal Jennings, the tying goal in the second half. And welcome back, Matt Peterson with former MLS midfielder Andrew Driver. Just what we expected, down 1-0 past the 75th minute. Great fight from Steve Cherundolo's team.
Yeah, they showed great character against a very difficult, big team tonight. San Antonio will probably be happy for the draw. I felt Vegas did particularly well. They didn't create as many chances as they had against Tacoma, but they showed a lot of persistence and rightly so got the equalizer.
It feels like Steve Cherundolo doesn't make changes for the sake of change, but he brought one on at halftime, Roberto Molina, and he was just the change Vegas needed.
Yeah, he offered a spark, didn't he? He was very tricky, great left foot, and he won the penalty through positive play, and he did do really well to change the game. They needed someone who had that ability to break down a team, and he showed that in the second half. And I think they're starting to build a little bit of momentum. They have the quality. Vegas, I think they're going to be very quietly confident right now.
Now the full-time highlights presented by Finlay Toyota, as these teams have met 4 times prior. First time since 2019 they had met. San Antonio FC seeking its first road win of the season, and they had a good chance after this opening goal. Joaquin Varela, the loanee from Argentina, rising to head home. A great corner from Emil Cuello.
Looking back after the flow of the game, it'll be even more disappointing for Vegas. A set piece like that to go one down, very, very disappointing.
How about that from Crisostomo? That kept it 1-0 in the first half, and then Molina drew the penalty. Jennings stepped to the spot. Jubilation for the Electric Company.
Jennings was never missing, confident, probably again the most positive player, real live wire, great to watch, and he deserved his goal again.
San Antonio ended with 16 shots, many of these I would say late after it was a large discrepancy at halftime. Possession 70-30, that's pretty typical for San Antonio. Good work from Las Vegas keeping the ball.
Yeah, Las Vegas had all the possession. Definitely the more likely team, but San Antonio, they're a difficult one. They're big, and they'll create chances just through the counterattacks when they sit back and are very difficult to break down. Vegas did as well as they could to do that. It took them to the 81st minute, which shows how well structured San Antonio are.
Vegas was 0-4 coming home for the home opener last week. They now have a win and a draw against two quality teams. What has Steve Cherundolo and this group built in 2 home games?
I think tonight it shows the character they had. They were playing against a difficult team, possibly as a team like Las Vegas, who are possession-based with a little bit smaller, more flair. They're playing against the antithesis of that, the big team, difficult to beat. So they showed that they have the character, and they showed they have the strength to mix it with the big boys. So hopefully they can take that and they can build on the confidence from the game tonight.
I like the partnership of Mamadou Fall, the new signing from LAFC, and Tony Leon, the homegrown player, 17 and 18 years of age. They did very well tonight.
Yeah, defensively in both games. Only 1 goal in the 2 games conceded. Tonight, other than the set piece, which they'll be bitterly disappointed about, there wasn't really many chances for San Antonio, and those 2 guys are the reason. They were solid. And Las Vegas, we didn't really mention it because they were in possession the whole time, but very well structured as well, and defensively very sound.
So Vegas will try to get back on the right foot on Saturday. They fight back, come from behind draw against San Antonio. I think San Antonio will leave pleased with a point tonight. Yes,
I think they'll be happy. It was backs to the walls for them for a long time. They're big guys. They had the chances. Maybe disappointed if they let a goal in late, but I think when you only have 30% possession of a ball, you can't really demand to win the game, can you?
Next Saturday, Orange County SC comes in. They're in the top 4 so far in the Pacific standings. It will be a reunion for Crisostomo, who spent his last 2 teams with that side. A good one as Vegas looks to continue its fine home form at Cashman. It was Dalai Lama, still mourning the loss of Dalai Lama, enjoying the proceedings here, but a good fight back, down 1-0 after 9 minutes. Varela had the opening goal, but Cal Jennings would equalize, and the Electric Company enjoyed it with Cash the Soccer Rocker as always. Cal Jennings, his 3rd of the year. For Andrew Driver, my name is Matt Peterson. Good night. Full time, it's 1-1 between Vegas and San Antonio.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.